You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We are kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news with a developing story. This morning, local activists will announce new efforts to try to stop the construction of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Facility. The next step after the City Council approved funding just 24 hours ago. Protesters vowed to keep fighting after Council approved that $30 million for the project. Hundreds were there when Council voted, spending about 15 hours speaking on why they do not want the site built. The news conference is happening at 10. We'll bring you updates on 11 Alive News at noon. Also happening today, Fulton County commissioners will decide whether to extend the contract of the health care provider in charge when an inmate was allegedly eaten alive by bed bugs. Ariana Manise is joining us with more. Good morning, Ariana.
Good morning, Cheryl. The current contract, it was set to expire May 31st. It was extended to June 30th, and now the county, they're considering an indefinite contract extension with NAVCare. Now, if this proposed agreement goes through, it'll go into effect on July 1st. It calls for 13 additional employees, increased wages. It also would require Fulton County to pay the full cost for HIV and hepatitis C medication. It also grants the county immunity for medical malpractice claims. Now, there are people against this renewal who say that they're in fear that other inmates will suffer like LaShawn Thompson. Now, we reached out to NAVCare, we reached out to Fulton County, as well as jail officials for comment about this renewal. We have yet to hear back, but the agreement does state that they are moving forward with renewing this agreement due to high-quality health care and mental health services provided by NAVCare, as well as the inability to find another health care provider to partner with in time. Meanwhile, the commissioner, they will vote on this matter at their meeting taking place in just a few hours. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Staying with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, there are also concerns over the health care provider for the DeKalb County Jail.
Yeah, there are other jurisdictions accusing this same company of giving inadequate care. The DeKalb County Sheriff says Armour will provide comprehensive medical and mental health care for the 1,600 jail inmates there. But earlier this year, Athens Clark County Sheriff John Q. Williams convinced the county to fire that company.
There is an investigation this morning after the death of a K-9 officer with the Cobb County Police Department. Police say Officer Chase was in his kennel in a squad car during an active shooter training at Alatoona High School. We're told the AC was on in the car, but at some point the officer noticed the AC stopped 45 minutes after previously checking on Chase.
The Jurassic World exhibit in Atlanta is expected to reopen today. It closed late last month after being broken into. Vandals caused a lot of damage. Police say multiple parts of the exhibit were destroyed, but a representative tells 11 Alive that dinosaur experts have been brought in, and there's a lot of work that's happened to get it back and ready for people to come in. That was a look at your Wednesday morning headlines.
Heading out the door, hope you got the AC going, Chezzy McNeil, and popsicles and ice cream ready.
Yes, indeed, especially chocolate ice cream today, right? Chocolate ice cream day. You're looking at, well, fair skies starting off this morning. We'll have plenty of sunshine, at least for the early part of the day. Once we get into the afternoon, we'll start to see a few more of those clouds bubbling in, but not going to take away too much from our sunshine. I think it's going to be hot out there today. I'm classifying as hot because temperatures, once they get up there to 90, you got a little humidity in there. It just starts to feel that way. Temperatures starting off in the 60s for the most part. You got 64 degrees in Conyers, 66 down toward McDonough and Locust Grove, 62 degrees Chattahoochee Hills in southern Fulton County. You got 65 degrees over toward Fayetteville, 63 in Dallas in the heart of Paulding County, 65 Marietta, Mapleton, 63 degrees in Powder Springs over in Cobb County, 67 degrees Tucker, downtown Atlanta at 70. Roswell, you're at 67 starting off this morning. Your weather forecast calls for short sleeves and shorts if you can get away with it. The temperature's approaching the 90-degree mark. It's going to feel hot out there, folks. Make sure you hydrate if you're going to be playing tennis or doing any kind of activity outside today. There is a slight chance, and I mean a slight chance, for an isolated shower or two. Only a few of us, if that many, will receive that shower. We'll be watching that this afternoon. Also watching a front up here to the north. You can see the rain associated with it. Not too much to talk about right now, but as that front begins to push a little bit further down to the south, you get any kind of lifting mechanism in the air. The air rises, of course, it forms clouds, and we get a chance for rain. And that's what's going to happen by tomorrow for us. I think starting tonight, we'll start to see those clouds increasing. There is a boundary on top of us right now that I think will start to sink a little bit further down to the south. That could be the trigger for this afternoon stray showers. For the most part, though, we'll be on the dry side. You notice the light green shade over Athens, Atlanta southward is where we'll have the general threat for for an isolated thunderstorm. Not too much to write home about, folks. If you look at our forecast track model, it shows the sunshine through the early part of the day, and then again a sprinkle or two is certainly possible. That's about it. Tomorrow, with that front dropping into the area, we can see showers as early as 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I think the threat for the rain will last at least through early afternoon. Late after 2 or 3 o'clock, we'll begin to clear it out. That's going to set us up for a beautiful start to our weekend. If Friday starts your weekend, that's going to be the best day of the weekend. My pick for the week right there. 11 live day, 85 degrees for the high, low humidity. It'll be nice. 87, nice again on Saturday. Sunday, late, the rain starts to come back to us. 20% chance, and then 50% chance as we start the work week next week.
The feds have approved millions of dollars to battle trains that are blocking parts of neighborhoods, an issue we've been following for more than a year now. One Metro County says their concerns have been ignored. Molly Oak is joining us with more on that. Good morning, Molly.
Good morning, Cheryl. The federal help that we're talking about is $3.2 million in grant money, but none of that money will be going to the Hunter Hills community in Fulton County, where residents say they are the most vocal about the train issues they've been facing. Now, that money will go toward different aspects in Gwinnett, DeKalb, and Chatham counties, but overall will address construction alternatives to ease some of those train blockage issues. However, Fulton County is not on the list of the counties getting help. That's why State Rep Misha Maynor says she's confused, saying she's been asking for this money for years and was never told about the grant application. The state rep says she contacted Senator John Ossoff's office. They told her the money was for a grant from last year. Representative Maynor says the senator did promise he would help Fulton County secure a grant in the future, says she hopes the county will get some help by the end of this year.
Together, we can bring this country back, and the best days for the greatest nation on earth are yet to come.
We're following breaking news from the campaign trail. Former Vice President Mike Pence launches his 2024 GOP presidential bid. He posted this video on his social media within the hour. He plans to speak to voters in Des Moines, Iowa later today. He is one of 3 candidates to enter the GOP primary field just this week.
New this morning, a group of Henry County students are waking up 4,000 miles from home on an experience of a lifetime. They're performing in Normandy, France. Ooh, the Dutchtown High School Marching Band sounds great. They were selected to represent Georgia and the United States in all the D-Day memorial events. I've been texting with the director this morning. He says they performed 3 towns already with rave reviews. They visited some of the most significant historic sites from World War II.
Right. You know, the rush hour always thickens up around this time. We'll bring you updates at 7:26.
All right, hope you all have a good day. We're going to hand it over to the Today Show. We'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning.